I first came up with this, a few years ago, back when we were in like quarantine and stuff.
I
And
remember.
people were just like, hey, they'd be calling me and they're like, hey, I just bought a gun. I don't know how to use it. And it's great. They were actually putting themselves out there of looking, seeking help. And so after multiple people kept calling me, it's like, all right, clearly there's a need, right? Clearly, people are afraid because obviously we had no idea what was happening during that time, with, the pandemic and all that stuff. So I was like, all right, clearly there's a need. And so, how can I help? Like, what can I do that, I can utilize skills that I know, be able to help other people be confident and comfortable and proficient in what they do. So that's where the idea stemmed from. And then it was a matter of like, all right, what's practical for me? Because if I'm an instructor out here, I need to have relationships with the ranges, right? I need to work with other people's schedules when there's availability, things like that. So it just started thinking about, selfishly, how can I make this work in my favor to where I can open up now my limitations on what I would have trying to work with other ranges and things like that, where it's like now I can, all right, well, how about I go to their home? One, I mean, people want to, I've taken home defense classes at ranges and it's, okay, you might get some good information, but, we're all stuck in our homes.
Yeah.
So
it's completely different. Like when you're in your space, like your kids are there or like you're doing that. I'm like, all right, I get that. It makes sense.
That was one thing too, is like nobody was still really going out of the house and going into ranges or doing group classes and stuff like that. So it did, again, it made sense. Like,
made sense.
Like, why would I not want to do this where they are going to be more comfortable? And then, I spent a crap ton of money in training tools. So when we do it, so I come to your doorstep, right? There's no hassle on you, right? I come to the door. All I have to do is open the door, and depending on whatever weapons platform they use, we'll train with that. So if they use a pistol for home defense, we'll work with pistols. If they use a shotgun or a rifle, so on and so forth. So the curriculum it's as tailored as it can be to the user. And so it's all non-lethal, completely safe things to use. All the firearms are powered by CO2. So they're gas powered. They have laser barrels in them. So there's zero projectiles. So you don't need to worry about eye protection or ear protection, anything like that. With the training guns, all the gas powered ones, you get recoil. So now you're using trainers that give you the feel of an actual firearm, and all of them are platform. They're replicas of actual firearms, so they're real. Like they're real, and in the sense that they're going to function the same way. You can do magazine changes, you can do malfunction drills, all that stuff, and all of the targeting systems we use are all digital, and so they pair up with the lasers. You could put them all around the house. They're going to interact. They're going to give you, different lights flashing and audible tones, so you get immediate feedback that you're actually hitting your target. So you are working with marksmanship, but you're working in your home, to where you might be in weird positions. You might be, shooting behind barricades or things like that, or top of the staircase. So, and realistically, when I am working with families, we spend a lot of time teaching them how to maneuver throughout their house as safely as possible. But realistically, you don't want to have them penetrate past a certain point if they don't have to, right? If you can find a good defensible position in your house where you can just post up, everyone's safe together in one spot, that's ideal, right? If people are going to steal your stuff, they're going to steal your stuff. It's
replaceable.
Yeah, your possessions aren't going to be worth your life, someone else's life, or you going to prison. So, yeah, but the best thing you're going to want to do is just have a good defensible position, but have a plan. Maybe, you're at the top of your stairs watching the staircase, or somewhere where there's a long hallway where you can see things coming from hopefully a good distance away. You have your kids are in your room, your wife's on the phone, hopefully armed as well, but she's on the phone with authorities and talking through the process. But then you have a good communication system there. The only time where you should really be going past that point and moving throughout the house is if you have a threat in between you and a loved one.
Right.
So if you have kids down the hall, or maybe your kid's room is on a different floor, you have that obligation now to make sure that they're safe. And so knowing how to do that properly. And not lastly, but another important part is a lot of these home invasions that are happening, it's not one person.
If you enjoyed what you saw, like, share, comment, and forward to someone that this will bring value to. Thank you so much for all the support. We appreciate it.